Hey everyone, it's Patty from pspapercrafts. I have another Friday Fun Fold card to make. I was supposed to make this last Friday and I was away and I thought I was coming back Thursday, but I came back Friday, so I missed my video. So this is called a double flap fold card and it's got this double opening. Isn't that cool? So it's got kind of like two cards in one. So I thought this was a fun fold. And for this card, I used new product from the mini catalog, which launches September 6th, 2023. I don't know when you're watching this, but I used the Joy of Noel stamp set and then the Joy of Noel dies. I'm so glad they named the coordinating dies the same as the stamp set, so I don't have to try to remember two of them, because that always confused me. So these are just so pretty. I love them. And then there's dies that cut out the Noel. Either you can stamp it and cut it out, or you can just cut them out like I did. And then there's some that cut out some of the stamped images and some that just cut out other shapes. And then the paper. I love our designer series paper. It is my favorite product, and this is called the Joy of Christmas, and it just has really pretty patterns. I was going to actually put the red here, and then I thought I like the green better. So there's a lot you can do just to change it up. So I just want to show you this because it's kind of new product. So these are pretty. This is Notes, and just beautiful. I love this. Really pretty paper. So you get two of each pattern, and they're 12 by 12 in this pack. So it's a really nice pack of paper, but of course we're going to use different product on today's card. So today I am going to use this paper. This is a walk in the forest, and there's two different things that this coordinates with. This is in the beginning of the catalog. So I can't show you the catalog, the inside of the catalog yet, but every year every catalog, they come up with a making a difference stamp or paper, and this is this catalog's making a difference. So for every pack of this paper, Stampin' Up! Will donate $3 to support some kind of organization that spreads cheer, providing support to those in need. So, but the fun thing is that this will coordinate. These bears will coordinate with the bear punch. There's one with a polar bear, and that is really cute. And then the trees, these trees, will coordinate with the, let me see, the Merriest Tree dies. So I thought that was really fun. There are other papers that coordinate as well. Like there's another polar bear paper. But let me just show you these. These are really pretty papers as well. And I really had a hard time deciding on the trees. I was going to do snowflakes. So I was going to do this with this. And then I think there's another blue this. So you need kind of, and you don't have to do, kind of three matching papers. So you could do two the same, but I wanted to do three different ones. So that is the paper we're using. And let me just get my trimmer out, and I have all my stamps lined up here waiting to be used. So I'm using, this is the bear. That's also this similar. This is called Beary Cute, and this has a punch that coordinates with this bear. So you can punch out this bear. There is other paper, and then the paper, this is what we're going to use. I'm not using the bear itself, but there is a punch that punches out this one. And let me get the other paper. So let me just show you the whole thing. There's this other bear paper, Beary Christmas, and this this bear with this punch. Is it that bear? One of the bears in this paper will, it's this bear. So this will go with the Beary Cute punch. So that will punch out this one. And then the paper that we're using today, it will punch out this one if you wanted to, but we're not using it. So I just wanted to tell you because it is all new product. So we're using the Beary Cute and then this paper. So the first thing we want to do is get our cardstock together, and don't worry about writing everything down. I will have I will have a link to a project sheet below here, and also in my blog, and I'll have pictures and measurements and instructions. I'll go over some of the measurements, but you don't have to write them down. So this is actually a 10 by 5.5 sheet, and we are going to score it in two different places. And this is garden green. And I'll have in that project sheet everything I used for this as well. This the colors. This is shaded spruce and cherry cobbler, just so you know. And then we're going to score it at 4 1/4. So we're going to just bring it up to the 4 1/4 line. We're going to make sure we're using our scoring blade. And then we're going to score it again at 8 1/2. So 8 1/2. And we'll score it. I like to really score it. And then this other sheet, and I used, this is garden green and pretty peacock, and you can use the same colors if you want, whatever you want. This is 3 1/2 by 7, and we're going to score it at 3 1/2. So it'll make a square, a 3 1/2 inch square. Okay, so we have our scoring done. I think I can put this guy away and get our bone folder out. And we're just going to just score that down. This will score here. And then this one we're going to score forward. And I did find that it was a little bit tight to close. So because this is going to close here, and see, it's a little bit tight. So all I did was I just took a hair off of this, just, I don't know, maybe 1/16 of an inch or less, just a tiny bit off the edge, just so it folds and you don't have that buckle there. Okay, it may be just because I'm off by a hair, but it happened on this other card as well. So I think it's just the measurements. So this is going to, and actually there's a little crease in here, and I'm going to cover that. So I'm going to have it this way. So all we have to do now is put our layers together. So I have this fun piece here. And so this is garden green and pretty peacock. So it kind of all goes together. And then I have to decide, I have two choices here. So this will go like this, and then we can put either the trees down the side, and then this, and this. So this is choice A. All right. And then we'll be putting a sentiment, so you'll only see this part of the stripes. So then choice B is the stripes going down, but I kind of like the stripes going this way. And then this with the trees I didn't know if I cut off too much of the trees. So what do you guys think? The trees going down the side with the stripes? Nope, that one. See, the trees are sideways, so it depends on how you cut the stripes. This, and you could even have this the same, or this. This looks like it just continues on. Let's do it this way. I was going to do it the other way, and the last minute I said, well, let me try cutting the stripes going the other way and see what we think. So I think that's cute. So we're going to go with that. Let me get my liquid glue out, and we're just going to put everything together, and then we'll do a little bit of stamping. You could have also used this, but I didn't know about that on the Pretty Peacock. If you had the base as Pretty Peacock, you could probably do this on the smaller piece. Does that make sense? So this, I hope you can see it. It's all little Christmas trees. So we're just going to glue this on. And again, I'll have all the measurements on my blog or in the project sheet down below, depending on where you're watching this. If you're watching it on my blog, there'll be a link there. And if you're watching it on YouTube, there's a link below. So we said we were going to put the trees here. I think I like that. And I love a striped paper going horizontal like this on cards. I think it's going to be time for a new glue. I use a lot of liquid glue, and I actually got, I think it's Pretty Posh. I'll have to do a demo on it. They have a glue gun or something that you can put glue in, and it really gives you like a trigger that you can control how much glue is coming out if you want it very fine. So I got it in the mail. I have not opened it yet. So I'm going to open it and play around with it. Because I have this, and then I have this skinny bottle to make it for small areas. So I want to see how that works. I like to try different things. I think it's My Petunia. That's who it is. The people who make the Misty. I'll do a demo on it. So here we go. Now we have this, right? So let's do our stamping. I decided that I wanted to stamp from this set, the Beary Cute, and we're going to do Christmas is Better Together on this. And I have that mounted, and I think I'll do it in Pretty Peacock. I'm using Pecan Pie for the Bear and Garden Green and Pretty Peacock. So we'll just do this. I always like to stamp it first. Make sure it's good. Sometimes there's like a coating on new stamps. And if you just stamp it, ink it a couple of times, clean it, stamp it. And with these stamps, it's also good to have it on something that's got a little cushion to it, because these stamps are hard, the photopolymer. The red rubber stamps have a built-in cushion, but these are hard. So you want to have a little bit of give behind it. So you can use a piercing mat, a catalog. I have my stack of grid paper, so that usually works well for me. So I'm going to just close this up, and we'll just keep building. So on this one, and I'm going to do the same thing here, I use the foam sheets. I don't know if you've ever used these. Nope, those are dimensionals. These I love. They're foam adhesive. I have a whole stack of things here. And it's a whole, like, huge dimensional. But you cut it to size. So it just gives it a nice, solid backing. So we're going to do this. So I just cut it down to an approximate size. And we're going to just put this right on here. And then make sure the opening is the right way. And put this right on here, kind of centered. The only thing with this is once it's down, it's not coming up. It's pretty much down. So Christmas is Better Together. And then on the inside, I think I have an inside piece somewhere. Let me just see. This is my inside piece. I might have to cut it. I thought I had it all together. I might have put it somewhere. So the inside is, this piece is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So let me quick cut a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 for the small inside. So we'll do 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'll probably find it right after the video, because I know I cut it. So this will be the inside of this card, right? So I thought I would do the bear, or I could do a Christmas tree, but I think I'm going to do the bear sitting down, and I'll do that in Pecan Pie. Let's move this out of the way and just kind of try him out. So I thought he was cute. And I was going to do the tree, but I feel like it might be a little tight. So I am just going to put the Warm Wishes sentiment. And maybe I'll put it over here. And I'm going to do that in Pretty Peacock. This is the first time I'm using some of these stamps. Isn't that nice? Nice and solid. So we'll put that right up here. Warm Wishes. Close this up. And then we can put this on the inside of this. So these are very easy, you know, and I never know who to give credit to, because I look and there's a million of these out there on Pinterest and videos, but it is nice to watch somebody kind of break down a card that looks complicated and make it easy for you. So isn't that great? So we want to put glue on the folded side, and you want to make sure you don't come out past here, because then it will stick to this. So I like to put my hand on the part that I'm not going to glue, just to get an idea of where I can put my glue. And this glue is very strong, so you don't have to do the whole thing. And we want to make sure it's even. It goes all the way to the edge, and we want to make it even top to bottom. Okay, so we have this opens, and then this opens, and then we want to do our inside. So, and I think I might have cut a little bit too much off of here, so really just a hair. But I think it works. It doesn't matter. So on the inside, I wanted to do Merry Christmas, and we'll do that in the pretty peacock, and maybe we'll do the bear and the Christmas tree. So I'm going to do the bear again. Let me do him first, because I want to see how far down I'll go. You can just put a strip of paper along the bottom as well. That would work. So the bear, and let's do a Christmas tree. Now the Christmas tree has two stamps. There's like an inside and an outside, and I think I'll do it in the garden green. I'm trying to remember which one was easier to do first. Sometimes it's easier to do the outline first. And I was going to stamp off, but I don't think it needs it, because there's a little gap around the outside and the tree. So let's see, is this easier to do? I'm going to try it the other way. Usually when you stamp off with a two-step, the darker one is what you want to do first. And it's not supposed to line up completely, I don't think. I don't think it matters. How's that for an answer? So this is the garden green. I'm going to put it right at the bottom here. This is really a juicy ink. Okay, and you could just leave it like that, or just do the outline. You don't even have to do both of these. And I'm just lining it up, looking around the whole thing. I think that's cute. And then we'll use the pretty peacock for the sentiment, and we're done. Just put this inside. I didn't add any bling to this one. I'm wondering if I should add some to this. This one didn't seem like it had enough room for it. Let's just try this out. Okay. Merry Christmas. Okay. So we can put this on, and I'm trying to think of what I should put, if I should put some bling on this. I think I'm just going to leave it. I think there's a lot going on here. So if you, I don't put it on every card. I know some people will never make a card without it, but I think there's enough going on. You could put a gem or something if you wanted something right by the label, the sentiment label, or you can go wild. Okay, one. And you could even decorate inside here if you wanted to go to town with it. But I think they're cute and they're fun. I mean, who wouldn't love to receive something like this? So this is the Noel one. Joyous, Making Spirits Bright. And then this is the one with the bears, Christmas is Better Together, Warm Wishes, Merry Christmas. So, double flap fold card. If you want any of the products I use, they will be available starting September 6th, and you can go to my online store to purchase them, and there's a link below here. There's a link for the project sheet with pictures, measurements, instructions, whatever you need to make these cards. And if you haven't subscribed to me, I would love for you to subscribe. I'm trying to do some kind of fun folder technique on Fridays. So I'm trying to be good and consistent, and you know, if I miss one, I'll make it up. All right, have a good week. Thanks. Bye.